Gotcha.
It's good. It's a little bit extra. And that VTEC kicks in though. It's there. It's there though. You know what I'm saying? It's there.
It is. That crossover is loud.
It is, man. It's that titanium intake, you know what I'm saying? You can really hear it through the intake side, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's good, man.
It's an out form for sure.
That's right. Oh, it's good, man. It's nice, modest.
Alright everyone, welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Daniel, known as Werdwerx. Man, so first and foremost, thank you so much for making the time. This is the third time we've been able to interview. Man, like fourth, fifth time you've invited us to your shop, so thank you so much, man. For just, continuing to keep these Hondas alive, especially Accords.
No, man, I appreciate you and what you do. So here we are again. I'm happy to bring you another one.
Thank you, thank you. What did you bring us? What is this?
This is a 1994 Honda Accord Wagon.
Wagon, which is the best?
Wagon, yes.
Okay.
Very obviously, they're rarer nowadays, so hard to come by. But we got one here. Anybody that has a wagon pretty much brings one to me, I think, these days. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Either that or Mata, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's cool. He's
cool. Let me cut this part off.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just leave the he's cool part.
He's cool.
Pretend like you just stuck mad smack, you know?
There's no beef. We help each other out in the community.
No,
you know
I'm going to start the beef. I don't like my
You're going to start the beef?
Hey, bro, he said this about you, man.
Right.
Wait, who am I calling? Daniel? Oh, no. I was calling somebody else.
Okay.
All right, no. We're keeping all, Hondas alive.
Yeah,
that's good.
Right.
That's one of the things that I wanted to kind of discuss, because it's through some of these networking and videos that we've done that you got another project. This is not your personal car.
Right, that is correct.
It's like a project that you worked on.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of people think that anytime they come to my shop, they're like, oh, are these yours? And I'm like, no, man, these are all customer cars here. And yeah, this guy came through one of the videos that we did before. Awesome. So this car is from Pennsylvania.
For those that may not know, that's not close to us right now.
Right. That's on the East Coast. We're on the far west side. So
tell me the story about this car. This is pretty interesting. How did how did it come about?
So Newman, that's the owner's name.
Okay.
He's always wanted one of these cars, from what I understand, from when he was a kid. His uncle used to have one. Being on the East Coast, it was hard to come by for him. He ended up trying to find one that was in pristine condition, and it was extremely difficult for him. But he came across this guy right here. Actually, he said he bought it when it had like 61,000 miles on it.
Okay, pretty low mileage.
From what I understand, it doesn't have many more than that. It has a JDM gauge cluster, so I couldn't tell you the exact mileage, but he could. But either way, he came up on it, bone stock, 100% stock. It is an LX 5-speed original.
Oh wow, original
5-speed. And from there, the cosmetics, everything you see on the outside, he did that. Okay. So when the car came to me, it looked exactly as it does right now.
Got it.
Everything from the wheels, the suspension mods. He's got BC coilovers.
Ooh,
he's got the 5-lug conversion, as you can see. He's got the Genesis Brimbos up front. The wheels are SSRs. I believe they're 17x8. Very modest setup, nothing crazy. Very comfortable for daily driving. You can see it's not slammed. We're not scraping anywhere.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Slam it.
Yeah, we're grown men these days, man. It's hard to live that life these days.
We're grown
men.
Can't relate, Daniel. Gotcha.
But yeah, so very modest setup. And then as far as the interior goes, man, he went all out on this. In my opinion, the beige interior is not to the best appeal, but he really made this thing work, man. So he's got the Recaros. He had the interior match those Recaro stuff. I believe he said he had to have the material shipped from Australia. Weight headliner. You can see that the door panels fabric also matches. He's got original Accord floor mats. At the JDM console, he's got the Mugen pedal covers. Forbidden Motorsport shifter, like all these things. He went all in on the interior, man. So all of that I can't speak for. I just did everything that's under the hood.
Right.
Okay.
Well, big shout out to him and all the other individuals that are building cars in the East Coast, just because this is a very clean platform, and we would never know that this exists somewhere over there.
Absolutely.
We're so caught up in Cali and thinking that we are the only ones building stuff like this, and so the fact that there's somebody out there with a very clean wagon, Grady lip, Stanley fogs and
Ganador mirrors,
headlights, Ganador mirrors. Nice. Window visors, super clean fishbowl look. Yeah,
this guy knew exactly what he wanted.
He knows,
and he went for it, and he got it. And so from there, it was just everything under the hood. That's where he found whichever video of us he found on YouTube, and he saw me, and he was like, damn it, I have to do this. He actually said that was his biggest regret, was finding the video of me. So, because from there it snowballed into a whole engine swap. We went with the H22 Euro R, matching transmission.
Bro, hold on, don't leave out all the secrets, bro.
Oh, what secrets?
I told everybody it was a K series.
Oh yeah, that K series life. That's what we're about these days.
K's away, no? Well, let me before we start working and talking about the power plant, I just want to really take the time to say I really appreciate anybody who trust the videos and trust that what we're producing is actually authentic and honest. Yeah. Because you're in essence shipping out your car to a stranger, Mm-hmm. Obviously, we've done many videos and you're local. I can go to your shop. Right. But somebody in the East Coast to trust a YouTube channel and then another, source. I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, because it does go a long way. And obviously, this is not your first rodeo. I mean, the Odyssey that we did as well, the gentleman was from the East Coast, right?
He was from the East Coast.
You guys met up in Vegas to drop off I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Logistics. And the fact that people are, can drop off the car with you, trust that you're going to keep it safe, and obviously the mechanical side of things, pretty awesome to you too, man.
I haven't said it to you even, but I've had a lot of customers, not just this guy, not one or two, but a lot of people that have reached out to me because of these videos, man.
That's awesome.
So whether it's the first one that we did about my car in my shop, or whether it was the Odyssey one, I had a lot of response on the Odyssey one. People with Odysseys that are from all over that are just like, hey man, I just saw that YouTube video, what can you offer? What can you do? For me kind of deal. So, and still till this day, that was 5 years ago. The Odyssey one was 5 years ago, I believe.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. That was 2020.
5?
That was 2020. So that was the end of 2020. So almost 5 years now.
Shit.
Yeah,
Where did
man.
time go?
So
you keep getting older and not me.
Not you. Yeah, I know. You don't show it either. See, man.
No, but so thank you for also I guess following up with the trust, because obviously your interaction with them, that's you guys,
right?
And so I hope that everything continues to be as smooth as possible.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad that our videos can help you, and that's always the goal, to kind of help out people that are working on this.
Absolutely.
World of cars.
We got to help out the community, man, and that's what we're doing. So
that's awesome.
I'm happy to do another video with you. I didn't have to mess with the shifting mechanism, but we did put in a Fat Fork Customs provided S2000 master cylinder, just to clean up the engine bay a little bit. So that would be the only thing we did to modify the 5-speed setup.
Gotcha.
Other than that, it is all original, or what he did here with the shifting setup.
And then what did you do with the clutch?
The clutch, OEM replacement, Exity, stage, nothing, simple. Again, daily.
You want something
daily
reliable
driving.
and something that is easy to drive.
That's right. Daily driving kind of setup. Which way am I going? Right,
you
left?
Go straight and then
go straight.
Hook around. Okay. Gotcha. Well, obviously, like you mentioned, the car is not slammed, so it's really comfortable. BC stuff, they go well in their chassis, and the car just drives like a normal car.
That's right, as it should. I mean, it's very comfortable. The BC coilovers, like you said, man, they're just good for cruising. We're not over here like this, you know what I'm saying?
Are you mimicking what I was doing the rollers?
Yes, man. That's how it is in your ride, man. See, so you must not be old if it doesn't hurt your back, you know what I'm saying?
No, it hurts my back. I'm just denying it.
Okay.
No, but it is
just playing it cool.
It is, yeah. Stretching. But it is good that people are taking the time to Restomod these ones.
Yeah.
In essence, that's what you're doing with a little bit more power.
That's right. So this isn't gonna. I see your videos when the dudes with the turbo cars pull and you're just like pushed into the seat. This ain't that, okay? Just to let y'all know, this ain't that. This is just like...
I'm just gonna pull the GoPro away so it looks like we're going faster.
Can you edit and throw some like...
Civic
some like
noises.
lines? Yeah. Exactly. Those VTEC, crack VTEC noises.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
No, this is great. I mean, the car is so comfortable. The fact that it's a wagon, it has a little bit of power like that. That's the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
It's good. It's a little bit extra, and that VTEC kicks in though. It's there. It's there though. You know
Let's
what I'm
hear
saying? It's there.
It is. That crossover is loud.
It is, man. It's that titanium intake. You know what I'm saying? And you can really hear it through the intake side. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Now we get the K series.
Your V8s of the Hondas.
That's right. I don't let it go, man. H22s forever. H22s forever, man.
H22s forever. I don't mind it, except they're just getting pricey, and you know that more than anybody. And don't lie to me, unless you know people.
No, that's the deal. Even this this motor here.
So let me back it up. Sorry. So, number one. The wagon's already manual, right? Which is really rare.
Original 5-speed.
Came with the F22?
Yes.
Cool. So F22 B2?
B2, so non-VTEC.
Non-V, okay.
Yeah.
So the request was what?
The request was to have a faster daily driver, something that's still comfortable.
Nice.
Something that he can get in, throw his kids in, his family, and just cruise. He's not a race car driver. He's not a let's go fast kind of guy. He's just a, like I said, older generation like us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Us?
oh, like me.
Come on.
Oh, I know. So yeah. So as always, I recommend for a lot of my customers, which we do a lot of, OEM plus type builds here. Not race car builds, nothing turbocharged, nothing overly built. And so I always recommend, let's go H22. He kind of knew what he wanted already. And so but I think I gave him his options. Like we've got, F20Bs, we've got H23As, we've got Euro Rs, and that's what we ended up going with. So we went with the Euro R.
Beautiful.
It's got an LSD transmission in it as well.
Oh, nice.
And then from there, it was just a matter of bolt-ons. But I always do the whole deal where we pull everything apart, replace the head gasket, get the head work done, get the valves cleaned up, replace all the seals, timing belt, water pump, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Everything gets cleaned, everything gets scrubbed down. Regardless of where it came from and how fresh it was, we still want to put maintenance into it. So that way he can have peace of mind moving forward.
Of course.
One of the important things that he told me in the beginning, besides let's get this videoed by Automotive Anatomy, besides that was like number one. Number
Shout
two,
out to him.
Number two was I want to get back in this thing when it's done and just drive it.
Yep.
So we went with everything that we could, and another thing is this thing was original. It was original under the hood, even the paint. The paint was original. The original color of this car was that beige, tan. I don't know the name of the color exactly, but when I popped the hood, I was like, man, we've got rust. This is a Pennsylvania car. We've got rust. We've got a lot of brackets just broken, missing, bolts that are just kind of falling apart. It was not fun taking it apart. For a California guy, rusty East Coast car, man, I couldn't work over there. You know what I'm saying? So I could.
All the mechanics right now in the East Coast are just not even
there. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to East Coast Auto Techs. Anybody that works. I don't know how y'all do it, because I'm spoiled as hell over here, and I think they're replying because
we're men.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, y'all use heat and whatever lubricants break the bolts loose or just cut the exhausts off, but everything on this car under the hood and underneath was just a rust bucket.
I'm thinking of the meme where like there's a very old guys like this is Jim, he's only 22, he's a mechanic in these codes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, no, they're easy, it's easy, gotcha.
Easy for you, yeah.
Okay, so now my question is, did you source the engine for him?
Yeah, engine.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The engine came from JDM of California. Shout out to David. Homeboy always hooks me up, takes good care of me. So, but as always, you get an imported engine. You don't know what you're going to get into. So, like I said, we clean them up, we take them apart, put new seals in it, put it back together. We even went as far as repowder coating the valve cover as close to the original red as possible. It's never going to be perfect, but as close as possible to kind of give it that flavor.
And sorry I cut you off, but you were talking
All
about
good.
the engine bay. So when you got it, the engine bay was champagne?
Yes, so that's the original color of the car.
Right.
So the engine bay was still that color. Yeah, like I said, 100% stock under. It even had ABS. But a lot of these parts, you know, as soon as I pop the hood, I start telling Newman, I'm like, hey man, like you've got brake lines that are basically rusted shut. You know what I'm saying? These things need to be replaced. You've got brackets that are broken in half just from the rust alone. You've got bolts that look terrible. We can't put this clean engine in to this, you know, falling apart engine bay, you know what I'm saying? And so from there, it just kind of snowballed, and that's why he regrets bringing his car to me at this point. It snowballed into the paint. It snowballed into a lot of what you see here, a lot of gold zinced bolts.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, these, a lot of the main bolts came from Resto tuner.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of everything else came, I just had to get them zinced myself. I have a connection for that.
Okay.
And even as far as, you know, things like the power steering pump had to be cleaned up, all the bolts, even the pulley has been zinced just to kind of give it that original look.
Nice.
A lot of the brackets for it, all these brackets here have been powder coated because, you know, if this car ends up back on the East Coast, you know, it's going to end up looking super rusty again. So we wanted to protect it as best as we could.
Okay.
The wiring, because he didn't want to wire tuck, he didn't want to hide a whole lot. The wiring all was pulled through the bay, obviously, to get it tucked, to get it painted, and then pulled back through. I retaped, reloomed a lot of it, fixed a lot of the broken plastics, which happens a lot. You know, these old cars, the conduit just kind of falls apart. So replaced it, taped it, made it look as original as possible, cleaned it up. You know, that's the thing. Again, OEM plus. So
deleted some EGR stuff as well, and looks really
deleted a lot of EGR stuff. Exactly, yeah.
it's really
because
clean,
again,
by the way, those little plates.
Yeah, so again, that's all necessary for East Coast stuff because you don't need that shit over there. so Roscoe Racing stuff where it just kind of cleans up the EGR area, helps me retrofit some injectors on the intake manifold on these Euro Rs. I use their stuff all the time.
Oh, okay.
What else? Like I said, the ABS has been deleted. This car did have ABS. That was a fun one because it's like, man, I just pull this out and just toss it, and I get everything from a clean California junkyard car here because we still got a few of those laying around. So I was able to source the brake lines from here. Like I said, a lot of the brackets I needed to get, clean them up, get them powder coated, put them on here. What else, man?
There's so many, and just to be transparent, what was the turnaround period on this? And just kind of some of the details as to why it took a long. I mean, obviously one of the reasons it took longer is because you could have just put the swap in, send it back with champagne, and it would have looked completely different than this.
Exactly.
So patience is key. So what was like the turnaround time so that way people can get an idea of it?
Sure. This project for the actual engine swap, underhood restoration, getting everything powder coated, zinced, kind of figuring out more as we went, I would say took, I want to say about 7 or 8 months. I had the engine back in, the car running about 7 or 8 months after the fact. And you know, that's me doing other projects at the same time as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but after that, after the engine was in and running, okay, so now we've got, okay, so let's figure out what we want to do with the exhaust. Let's figure out what we want to do with the intake tube. Let's figure out, we need a
nice piece, by the way.
Yeah, very nice piece. We'll touch on that for sure. He had a guy, he facilitated the guy. I don't know his name, unfortunately, but he facilitated the guy. He had him come to my shop. He had him come measure, bring pie cuts, tape the pie cuts so he can, you know, he made his little cuts on the piping there at my shop. And then he took it back to his shop, welded, assembled, brought it back, test fitted, had to make some adjustments, took it back to his shop, did the finishing touches, polish, made brackets. I had a custom bracket made here to hold it in place there. It's all one off, 100%. You're never gonna find it, buy it anywhere else, and it is titanium as well.
Love it.
So
wow.
So it's little things like that. Again, that's something that Newman facilitated himself, and is a nice little touch to this job.
He made like
well.
details.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So those things take time. That in itself took a couple months from the back and forth. Let's schedule. Meet me at the shop at this time. Oh, when can you finish it? When can you bring it? we went with a FGK header, H22 header, and that was just it's an original finish. It wasn't even polished. It looked exactly like that when it went on the car.
Nice.
And like I said, underneath, all rusty. So I was like, we can't send this thing back. It had the original catalytic converter on it. We can't send this thing back to the East Coast with the exhaust falling apart, right? So we were like, let's replace it all. And I have a guy who does great stainless work on the exhaust. We went with a 2.5-inch setup. Again, something very modest catalytic converter, nothing high flow. It's not loud by any means. Cleaned it all the way up to the back, even cleaned up the tip on there. He's got a Mugen muffler on there, and again, that's something he facilitated in the beginning. But from there, clean exhaust, stainless. He doesn't have to worry about it, doesn't have to think about it when he takes it back home with him.
It's beautiful.
And yeah, and again, it takes time. It takes that took a while to figure out what's the timing. When can I get it in? What does he want? You know what I'm saying? We're communicating back and forth. So it's been an interesting, long process.
Okay.
All that said and done, finally, it's ready for an alignment and it's ready for a dyno tune.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the dyno tune was the last piece of the puzzle. Again, we had to get the exhaust, the intake tube done first, and we took it to Church Automotive Testing in Wilmington, and it did great. Very, very simple, modest tune. The ECU that we're running on here is just a P28 chipped with a S300, and so I can plug in my laptop to it and make my adjustments on it, but I only know so much. So from there, like I said, Church did their thing, put it on the dyno. It made a 212 to the wheels.
Whoa.
And this is just stock block Euro R. With
212 to the wheels?
212 to the wheels, stock
Wow.
block Euro R.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, bolt-ons,
Awesome.
nothing
Yeah.
else. So it did really, really well for that.
Great.
And again, perfect for that daily driving, cruising setup. Oh, I wanna mash the gas pedal once in a while and feel the VTEC kick kind of thing, you know, and then cruise from there, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what we got. Reliability to its
212.
fullest.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So absolutely. And you know, ever since the engine's been in here, even unfinished with all the other stuff not being figured out yet, this thing has been a simple fire up and run, drive down the street kind of thing. I never had a major issue by any means. Just a get in and go type of car.
212 to the wheel, that's more than enough. I think that's perfect. I mean, you're not trying to win races. You're not trying to go red light to red light. Like that's an awesome thing, you know. And again, it runs super smooth.
Yes. I love it, man. It's perfect for me. I would love to drive this, honestly. This is my speed, you know what I'm saying? Because I can get in, it's not low, I'm not dragging the front bumper across the driveway. It's better than my car, you know what I'm saying? This is a comfortable cruiser.
Frankie's a Euro R?
No. Frankie is a base blacktop H22A that just is lipstick on a pig. I'm just full transparency.
It's not lipstick on a pig. I see that car and it's absolutely perfect. We need to see it more often. That's my only.
I know. Well, I do have a Euro R block for it though. That is the goal. I do have a Euro R block. I plan on getting re-sleeved. Just cleaned up, stock block, nothing crazy, because eventually that car, I want it to be much like this car, where I can just cruise and daily drive it as well.
Gotcha.
Not have to worry. It burns a bit of oil though, because that motor in there is old and tired. So
It's been there for a while.
it's been in there. I'm gonna turn it in.
Yeah, you can do U-turn whenever you want.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, this is cool that the fact that this car is done. It's very nice, not only aesthetically, but gives you that peace of mind, the confidence that mechanically, you know, it's going to be running for a bit now. The wiring cleaned up. There's no lights on the dash, which is great.
Yeah, and you know, again, he wanted to be able to get in and drive it and not have to think twice about it. He told me to drive it as much as I want. I'm not that kind of person where I'm just going to drive the customer's car around, but he told me to drive it because he wants me to be able to feel it out.
Yeah.
Make sure it's up to my standard, so that way it's up to his standard.
100%, yeah.
So that's what we're doing. You're helping me put miles on it right now, so I appreciate that.
Newman, right?
Newman.
Well, Newman, if when you get the wagon, send me pictures. That'd be dope to be able to see it in your driveway, and knowing that I got to sit in a car here that's gonna go to the East Coast.
Yes.
It just makes, at least for me, it makes me happy knowing that there's a car that you worked on that I got to experience, that I got to see in person, roaming around in East Coast events.
Yes,
that
sir.
to me is super cool. It's just, you know,
Yes, sir.
brings me joy. So.
And it's still a family car. You can throw everybody in the back, you know, and just go for a cruise if you want to on a weekend, or daily drive it if you want, you know.
For sure.
And that's what we try to make here, something that's still reliable. You just turnkey, get in and go. That's exactly what Newman wanted from the beginning. When he gets this thing shipped back home or wherever he takes it, that's what he wants, that's what he can do.
That's awesome. Well, before we go on a ride, remind people where they can reach out to you. Where is the kind of easiest way for for them to get a hold of you? You know, if they want to do something, to this level.
For sure. No, my Instagram page is the easiest way to reach out to me. It's Werdwerx at Werdwerx. Yeah, WERDWERX. Simple as that. Okay. I respond to DMs or emails. No phone calls. Can't handle it. I'll forget your name as soon as I'll forget everything you asked as soon as the conversation's over. So keep it DM, keep it email. If I do not reply to you right away, understand that there's just a lot of responses that I got to get to sometimes. Not necessarily a lot. It's more that I have to work in steps. So,
You're
but
a
please,
one-man shop.
I'm a one-man shop. I do everything myself, other than subbing things out to other people that help me here and there. But I'll get back to you. As long as it's something that is within my range of work, and if it's something that I can help with, I'll respond as best as I can. Simple as that.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
One last question from my end.
Mm-hmm.
I thought guns were not allowed out in public in California.
They're always allowed out here, homeboy. They're always allowed,
I
you know
knew
what I'm
exactly.
saying? You know
Look
what
at
I'm
that.
saying?
Look
Oh,
at it.
Girls with the nails done. I like the girls with the nails done. Girls with the